Alright, we're heading back to Traverse Town for our second visit.
We're going home. Oh, I shouldn't have invoked his name.
Yeah, so this is something that the series likes to do. You get roughly halfway through, and then you head back to like the initial Kingdom Hearts original world.
Does this really signify halfway?
Not really. You're sort of like halfway through exploring all of the Disney worlds.
Okay. Because it feels like, at best, 25%.
Yeah, it could be closer to like a third.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's we're going to be coming back here for a third visit around the 75 to 80% mark, I think, maybe even a bit later. So it's really more like we'll have 3 visits here to Traverse Town.
These panels are giving me flashbacks to the cyberspace. No, I can't call them that anymore. The Tron-esque levels in Shadow the Hedgehog, where you have to like shoot the panels before they push you off and you die.
Yeah, and these shield pickups we're getting are relevant to a Gummi part that we don't have yet. So
does it charge up a shield?
Yeah, there's a shield that we can attach, but for right now it's basically just for score.
Isn't there also like a little boost module, or am I thinking of something else?
No, you're right, there is an accelerator. But yeah, so there are Gummi missions. I don't know if I talked about this before, but if you do a Gummi route that you've done before and you fulfill certain conditions, you can get special decorative Gummies by fulfilling Gummi missions, and I think some of them might actually be impossible on crowd modes due to oh, there we go. I actually did get the
nice.
The Gummi mission there, so I got a tire.
I guess you need a landing gear.
And I want to say that that's one of the Gummi parts that I did change beyond just the /G. I think it was called Wheel G originally, but in 2 and 3 it's called Tire G, so
I've been playing a lot more FF14. I didn't realize that they just say Kupo. And
Kupo.
They are hideous in FF14 compared to this game. You were not wrong.
I gotta say that I'm not the biggest fan of most Moogle designs outside of the Kingdom Hearts ones. Oh hey, Yuffie's out here?
Yeah. Her pants remind me of maybe Misty from Pokemon. What do you call those? Capris? I don't know what a capris are.
Short shorts?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Arr, I just lost me entire shipment of hot pants. That is it.
Oh right, I still haven't shown you the Kingdom Hearts manga.
Oh yeah,
I was talking about. I'll try and show you that later.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That was a Simpsons reference, of course, when Homer causes that lighthouse to make the boat crash. That episode just kind of ends with a song and dance. They don't do that often.
Yeah, I remember that. Who wears shorts?
Yep, and then the other one is when Burns' son comes into town, and it just ends with a weird song and dance, and everybody's just dancing. The writers are like, how do we end this? I don't know.
Burns' son was Rodney Dangerfield the whole time.
Yep. No respect. I want to say that Jack Black fulfills this generation's big fat guy, bombastic with a lot of energy actor, but he's kind of... Oh, that was cool.
That's Trinity Push, Trinity Charge.
Oh, that's how you get this stupid chest.
Yep, so that's the Red Trinity. So that's 2 of them that we can activate now.
I don't hate Jack Black. In fact, I love him. It's just he's kind of been getting Chris Pratted as of late, and I'm like, can we put him in some variety of movies, please? Not just the same kind of role.
This is typecasting.
Sora, this is... I can't think of a funny thing for him to just say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna see the Minecraft movie, and not just because I'm nowhere close to the 14-year-olds that are the primary audience.
At best, I will see it on a streaming service if I get the opportunity. But I do not want to boost that movie's numbers.
Oh, hey, and so now we can actually do the do at the Gizmo shop.
Oh, fun. I love when windows have that nice orangey glow. It's a good look.
Or maybe I'm just going to get this chest that I missed.
That is funny. You have to remember what you did.
Yeah, it's been about a month now since I recorded all of this, a little more. I remember that I definitely would have gotten this chest on the first visit if I was, from the beginning, planning to do a 100% playthrough, but I was like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And to some degree it isn't to try to get this one on the first visit, but whatever.
So what are the green little guys? Healers?
Yeah, they are... So all of these little Heartless here are meant to represent your different magic spells. Red for fire, yellow for lightning, blue for blizzard, and green is cure. They can heal other Heartless.
Kind of wish they had a pink and purple one for 2 other spells you get later.
Yeah, they only do it for the basic spells, which for Kingdom Hearts is fire, blizzard, thunder, and cure. Those are like in every game. And then the whatever ones you get on top of that are change. Although being the victim of gravity magic is terrifying.
Yeah! I wouldn't want that. That seems like... I guess the closest thing we have to that is getting on one of those, like, centrifugal rides that, like, spin you and pin you to the wall.
So right there I used Sonic Blade.
Oh! I need to pay better attention.
Oh, another reason why block is great, when fat bodies charge you, you can block it, stop them, and get some tech points.
You're saying fat body reminds me of Emperor's New Groove when he's like, I really hope it's a good thing you're not a big fat guy, or this would be really difficult. That would be a fun Kingdom Hearts world.
It would be. So, checking in on the 101 Dalmatians, we found some, so we get a prize. Also, so with the fat bodies, regardless of what like state they're in, once you get them below a certain damage threshold, they'll always spin around and prep for a big attack, and that's where you want to be in position to be guarding.
Gravity absolutely wrecks them, right?
Yes, gravity. We'll get gravity later, but gravity is very good against enemies with high health pools.
I do like that they bother to actually put the Dalmatians in the house that you're returning them to. That's a nice touch.
Yep. Also, more translational stuff. You saw that I was picking up soothing shards. Those were originally bright shards in the game, but keeping in line with 2 and 3, and also to a degree Birth by Sleep. And all of these stutters here are not, it's not your YouTube video messing up, that is in the recording.
Okay. I didn't even notice, honestly.
Yeah, I would love to figure out a way to eliminate that, but I think it's just my computer running the game and running the recording software.
Yeah.
Like, you can never fully get rid of it.
Yeah, unless you are the proud owner of 2 GPUs, you're probably going to have to keep dealing with that.
Unless, of course, we're going off of an emulator, which can strip all that stuff out.
Yeah, sometimes there's no way to win.
Yeah, internal recorder is about the only way. Alright, so we're here underneath Traverse Town in the sewers, cavern.
Catacombs.
Where Leon likes to work out. And
Aerith likes to watch.
Exactly. So yeah, we sealed a couple of keyholes, Leon. We're doing good. Oh, she mentioned Ansem's report again.
So they go the Frieza route, blowing up the planet's core.
So here we get some more information on why finding the keyholes is important. If the Heartless can access it unlocked, then they can... That's how they destroy the world.
Right. Because if Traverse Town goes, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, these are all the people who escaped their world's destruction. This is be real bad if they all bid it. Also, in this area, we have the another White Trinity.
Oh.
I believe it'll be the first White Trinity that we eventually unlock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, here's another thing. We have to talk to him twice to continue the story.
That's annoying.
Once just to check in, and another to be like, hey, we got these gummies from these worlds.
Earthshine.
Aha.
Is that another attack?
That is not. We will see what Earthshine is used for in just a minute. He has no idea what it is or how to use it.
Oh, you have to talk to him again. Oh no.
No, that third time was just me being thorough. I got lazier about trying to trigger as much dialogue as possible as time went on.
Yeah.
So. Well, these guys didn't go far.
It reminds me of somebody pointing out you can do some weird Majora's Mask triggering with monkeys and dialogue that I was like, huh, neat. Alrighty, so...
Let's talk to the fairy godmother.
Oh, I remember what it's for now.
Yep. So neither Merlin or the fairy godmother are voiced in this game, but I believe in later games, fairy godmother is Russi Taylor, who is Minnie's voice, and Merlin is Jeff Bennett.
Okay, that name, I was like, Russi Taylor, that's super familiar.
Alright, so right there, I actually missed it. Did we give her Earthshine?
I don't think we did. She just said, I'm worried about Cinderella, and then we... I don't think we did. Wow, that move is great.
Yeah, I think we won't be able to give her Earthshine for another... until a little bit later into this revisit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Merlin was originally voiced by Carl Swenson in the film, who died in '78 at a heart attack at age 70. That happened shortly after the filming of the episode of Little House on the Prairie, where his character, Lars Hansen, died. The episode aired 8 days after his death.
Oh my gosh. I gotta say, going back to those episodes later on, there's some weird Little House on the Prairie episodes. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the fairy godmother was also voiced by Verna Felton, who voiced the Queen of Hearts, so same thing about her dying one day before Walt Disney.
That's cray-cray.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, now that we have Blizzard, we can put out the fire. This has no purpose. Oh, hey, the Moogle is here to tell us about a tournament at Olympus
we
Coliseum.
just did.
Mm-hmm. Would have been nice to do that earlier, but yeah.
Tournament implies that the Heartless are entering this tournament.
Technically, they are.
Oh, that's weird.
I think Phil at one point says, a bunch of weirdos signed up for the tournament. They're trying to destroy your world, Phil.
I'm just amazed they can hold a pen. There's a lot we don't know. So what? I like that comeback.
That's also, like, Sora calls it interspace. That is the only time that word is ever used in this series, I think.
That is a reference to an old Disneyland ride. Journey to Inner Space, I think.
Journey through Inner Space, the microscopic one?
I mean, if anything, it's maybe not a reference, just coincidence, but it's just funny to see them use that word.
Because, yeah, like I said before, the formal word for the space between worlds is the ocean between, but I don't think it was until Kingdom Hearts 3 where that term made it into any of the games.
Sid, are you wearing a girdle?
I think that's a Japanese type of garment. I'm not, like, something that goes around the midsection.
I feel like you see a lot of characters in Twilight Princess in Faron Woods wearing something like that. Whoa!
Yeah, bell at the Gizmo shop is ringing.
Is it supposed to shake the earth?
I guess so.
It's a big bell.
Alright, so yeah, I think talking to Sid here is what triggers a bunch of stuff here in Traverse Town, so...
What you having? Yeah, I've never played those games.
Usually I would say that Ability Stud is the only one that's really necessary because, at least in this playthrough, I got a bunch of Protect Chains just from random enemy drops. And the minor amount of defense it gives you isn't nothing, but it's not enough to spend, a bunch of money on it.
What's Ability Stud do?
Ability Stud gives you an extra AP.
Oh,
so
sick.
That's
which
is actually useful, and that can be useful for both you or for Donald Goofy, sometimes even your guest star party members, since they all the guest Disney characters, they never gain any additional abilities nor AP. So the only AP they'll ever have to work with is what they start with and whatever you give them via accessories or even AP ups. Which I had changed to AP boost in my mod.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I feel like I'd waste it if it was a guest character, since you don't get to roll with them constantly.
When it comes to the boosts, never give them to anyone other than Sora, regardless of the game. It's no one else deserves it. It's like, Donald will die 1/2 of a second less quickly than normal. Meanwhile, if you die, it's game over.
Yeah.
All right, so we've delivered the old book to Merlin. Oh, and he tells us, yeah, okay, so here's where we can give the Earthshine to Fairy Godmother, and we do it automatically.
It's handy.
Make sure you don't forget it.
Right. That's a terrifying fate. What in the Steven universe is going on?
Yeah, so there are people who fell to darkness, those who got here, and those who didn't fall to darkness but got turned into gems.
I think I know which one this is.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Oh, Simba, that's right. I thought it was Dumbo
Simba.
for some reason.
No. So, yes, this is a mechanic that Kingdom Hearts was like, hey, Final Fantasy has that whole summon thing, but what if you summoned Disney characters instead?
I think it's a great idea because it gives you an opportunity for more cameos.
So, in the original version of the game, the summon menu was in the magic menu, so you'd have to go through an extra menu to summon. Because the bottom menu was used for, like, your interactions. You'd have to constantly be pressing up on the right stick and then X to, like, talk to people or save and whatnot. And then they wisely figured out, hey, wait, the triangle button isn't doing anything. Let's just have it handle that. So Simba, they had wanted to do a Lion King world in Kingdom Hearts 1, but they didn't have the technology at the time to get a playable lion model for Sora working, so they settled for just having Simba as a summon.
Reminds me of the problem of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and horses. Something about quadrupedals are just the bane of animators.
Alright, and here we go into the book. What is it? What is it? What is it? Yes, in case it isn't already obvious, this is the 100-acre wood.
A.A. Mills.
Isn't it A.A. Milne?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
It's British. I don't know how to say it.
So as cute as it is that the Winnie the Pooh world is an in-universe book, it does raise a lot of questions about the nature of worlds and what it means to exist in this book.
Tron exists, right?
Yeah, but that's just a computer program running
Right.
within another world. But this is like, who made this book? How did they do it?
Yeah,
And
it's like a pocket dimension.
the existential questions posed here are
Hi there. What's wrong?
interesting to terrifying.
Speaking of existential terror, Pooh has some things to
I
say.
was thinking of how to say goodbye to Pooh.
Pooh?
Yes.
Wait a second. You're Pooh?
It is kind of fun. Clearly, in for this game, they were like, let's just have Sora take the role of Christopher
I'm
Robin.
Sora.
I think it works really well.
Hello, Sora.
Yeah.
Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh?
Don't do it, Pooh. You have so much to live for.
Why would I do that? We've only just met.
Because everyone's gone away.
What do you mean?
Well, we all lived here in the 100-acre wood, and we'd take walks together, or play Pooh sticks. And every day, I'd eat some honey. Just one small smackerel would taste very good right now.
I know some people really don't like Pooh, but I don't know. I think he's fine.
Everyone is gone.
I feel like that's a good litmus
All
test.
my friends.
Because who doesn't
and my
love Pooh?
favorite honey tree too.
The
Everyone must have
Nico
gone away
B
while I was
is
napping.
infamous for his hatred of Pooh. More specifically, the Pooh sections in Kingdom
Okay,
Hearts games.
that's fair.
Who knows? Maybe
So I will
shall
admit
run
that
away
the
somewhere
way that
else.
it's implemented in this
But I
game
wonder,
isn't flawless,
how do I
but
say
I
goodbye
want
to
to say
myself?
that he let his negative experience with Chain of Memories version of the 100-acre wood, which is quite bad, color everything, because I think that in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's absolutely fine. Like, it's even better than it is here.
Did they misspell 100?
I don't think so.
Because this series is all about misspelling words. That is to say, Winnie the Pooh.
Also, they're fairly inconsistent as to whether the 100 is a number or spelled out as a word.
I think there it was
And-
both.
Yeah, they kind of play it both ways, but like right up there, it's a number. At other points, I want to say in like 2, it's more identified with the word. So that's how we leave up there, the compass.
So who voices Pooh here?
I actually don't have too much info on hand about the Winnie the Pooh voice actors. I don't know why I don't, but
If I had to guess, I would say it's Jim Cummings, because he's been doing it forever. But before him... I'm the one with the notes this time. Before him was a guy named Sterling Holloway Jr., and he voiced a ton of Disney characters. Like, he was, Cheshire Cat, he was Caw, he did a lot of narrations for different Disney movies. Like, and I think he was Flower in Bambi, but I know him from that. Oh yeah, Great Mouse Detective. No, that's wrong. Other Mouse.
Bother. There's no more honey.
Rescuers?
No,
If only the honey tree would visit.
Aristocats. He's like a little mouse in that.
So right there, if you hit the pipe on top of Pooh's house, it'll drop down that item.
Oh, that's
something
neat.
that I frequently
Okay.
miss.
And then
Yeah,
there's a
good Mega
movie.
Ether.
What is it? It's
Another one in here in the cabinet, and that's an elixir, so that's really good. No, I don't think there's a purpose to opening up the window. But you can, so why not? Oh, there's the mirror that he tripped out in front of.
Oh yeah. There's a
As someone who watched the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh many times as a small child, it was wonderful exploring Pooh's
yeah.
house.
I watched a lot of those too. They were really formative. I think I had an Eeyore plush. I really liked Eeyore back in the day for some reason. It's so funny that him and Optimus Prime share a voice actor.
So Owl knows about the nature of this world as a book with pages that alter reality when they're ripped out.
That is strange. Oh yeah,
He is burdened with knowledge.
It's ironic because usually he's just a know-it-all that doesn't know nearly as much as he pretends to.
All right, I will be revisiting Winnie the Pooh many times. Rather than doing it all at once, I will do the pages as I more or less as I get them. So we'll have plenty of opportunities to get more concrete answers on voice actors.
Oh yeah, one last thing about the OG voice actor for Pooh is I can't remember the name of the movie, but he was sang this song at the end of The Perfect Day, and his tenor voice is really good. Hey, holy
There you
cow.
are. What's going on?
Hey, look, it's that guy we've been searching for.
Riku.
It's Buff Riku.
Hey, cut it out.
Sora, there were other ways to
I'm not
check.
dreaming this time. Right?
You're supposed to
I
pinch
hope not.
yourself, Sora.
Took forever to find you.
Riku.
This is a pretty cool
Wait a
point in the
second,
game where it's
where's
like, hey, it's
Kylie?
actually
Isn't she
him.
with you?
Ordinarily, you wouldn't expect to see him until like the end
Well,
of the game.
Yeah.
I'm sure she made it off the island too.
How?
We're finally free. Hey, she might even be looking for us now. We'll all be together again soon. Don't worry. Just leave everything to me. I know this.
Sora ain't the kid you remember him.
Cool pose, McGee.
Leave it to who?
Sora, what did you...
I've been looking for you, and Kyrie too, with their help.
Who are they?
Dog
We've
and
visited
duck.
so many places and worlds looking for you.
Dognold.
Really? Well, what do you know? I never would have guessed.
Oh, and guess what? Sora's the Keyblade Master.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
And furthermore, are you supposed to be going around saying that, Goofy?
So, this is called a Keyblade?
Foreshadowing.
Huh? Hey, give it back.
That is good
Catch.
foreshadowing.
Whoa. Okay, so you're coming with us, right? We've got this awesome rocket. Wait till you see
I
it.
thought he called it a ship.
What?
It is interesting that he called it a rocket right there. I don't think the Gummi ship is ever referred to as such in anywhere else.
Oh, he's gone.
Riku? Nice going.
I don't like how
Oh, well.
sticky Donald's foot
Guess
sounds
he's
like
okay.
there.
And who knows? Maybe we'll run into Kyrie soon too.
I interpret that last shot as being from Riku's point of view.
Right.
Oh, hey, remember that abandoned house?
Yes.
Bit cozier now. Paint still, or wallpaper still peeling off, but it's a lot nicer. Wait, where were you staying before? Just in the hotel?
Probably.
Gotta be expensive.
It's weird. I've known some people in my life that have stayed an extended time in a hotel, almost like an apartment. Apparently, you get a better rate if you plan on staying there a long time.
I mean, I'm sure that they cut out things like, daily, having someone go in and fix up the room, so...
Yeah. Fortunately, all the people I know doing that have found better accommodation, but it's something I didn't ever think about before.
Yeah.
Who's manufacturing cardboard in this world?
I mean, there's a lot of mechanics going on at the Gizmo shop. Presumably there's other places like that.
That's true. This wallpaper makes me want to eat watermelon really bad.
So apparently these guys have been on the run for like 9 years.
Oh, man.
Oh, and their king was named Ensem.
So does that mean, like, Yuffie was running around with them when she was, like, 5 years old or something?
They don't really explain that. I guess you're supposed to take the broad strokes of their original adventures as to how they met and whatnot.
Because as a kid, I thought Yuffie was like an adult, but as an adult, I'm like, she's clearly not.
She's like maybe a bit older than
You
Sora.
see, it's just as I told you.
Oh my goodness.
While you
Riku's
two
hanging
were
out with
trying
the
to
bad
find
Oh
girl.
no, he's fallen in with a
quite
goth
simply
dommy mommy.
replaced you with some new
Oh.
companion. Evidently, now he values them far more than he does you.
So this can be frustrating to some people with Riku, where it's like
You're
he's
better off without that
Sora has
precious
obviously
boy.
not replaced them. Like he was overjoyed to see Riku and was like, I only joined up with them to find you and Kairi.
Find what you're searching for.
Maleficent is what I would call one of the like big bads of Disney, where I could think of her being a master manipulator, honestly.
Yeah, she's manipulating Riku. He's not in the best emotional state. He's very suggestible, so that's what's going on. Hey,
Frankly,
there's the warp G.
Oh, right. Frankly, I feel like he was never quite on the money, but I guess that just goes without saying.
I mean, she probably planted the idea before. I mean, she even says it's what I told you before. So he was expecting for Sora to be not exactly. He would interpret everything that Sora did in the worst way. So with my mod, actually changing, if I remember correctly, changing the warp G there from a dash to a / was extremely difficult.
Oh.
Because most of the time, that kind of stuff is handled through like the item registry where everything has its name, but that was actually a part of this world script. And for some reason, the file structure for world scripts have like, in some cases, dozens of redundant files that all seem to have the same thing, but aren't always the one being loaded. And for all I know, I only fixed that for some playthroughs. Like, maybe if you picked the sword, it wouldn't actually fix it. I don't know.
That is interesting. Because, like, it is always crazy when you see how some games, like, surely you just reuse the same objects, right? Nope, we have multiple instances of things being run. I don't know. It just seems like that's an optimization problem, but
And you know, it could just be the compilation thing. Like originally it was a single file, but then whatever engine they're using causes the files to be duplicated numerous times for one reason or another.
Right. I do not envy the Silksong team for trying to move from Unity to Godot. Ugh.
Oof.
I think that's why it's continuing to take them so long to come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I for example, changing items to prizes in the Awakening, which was something that I actually did during this recording process when I realized that mistake was there and could be changed. I did find that changing it in only one file, I was like, okay, this works now. Picked a different weapon, and then it stopped working, so I had to find the file for each choice in the dream weapons. So that's why I say that maybe picking a sword or staff would cause that warp G to not work.
Yeah.
There's another one later that's like that where I also had to be like, oh jeez, which one is it?
I guess that's kind of a playtest situation.
But like I said, it could be that it's only a problem for modders and not for people who have the source files.
Right. These flying guys remind me of Stitch, and that reminds me that I wish we actually went to Hawaii. I mean, sure, we have Destiny Island, I get it. But, you know.
That we actually went to Hawaii in...
Kingdom Hearts. Like, any...
Oh, in here?
Like, one of the games.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like you could do some cool stuff with, like, Jumba, and maybe there's, like, a Dark Stitch, or I guess they kind of have that already. I don't know, just... Seeing the way they handle...
They've gone back to worlds where they didn't feel like they really did them too much before, so it's possible that we could have them go to Hawaii at some point. All right. Yeah. So since we shocked the wire in the 3rd district, the Gizmo shop is now running, so we can hit the switch. And another one over here. Now. Yeah, so these these little platforms go up, so you can hit them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that you have to hit these switches in a particular order.
One thing I just realized is because the series takes place, like the main trilogy takes place over a handful of years, you almost run into a comic book time situation where, non-Disney characters will age, but Disney characters definitely will not age.
2 postcards.
Nice.
Yeah, the issue of the time passing between entries quickly became difficult to handle when they started doing stuff before Kingdom Hearts 1, because they wanted to do worlds and just display events that happened like before or during their films, like before Kingdom Hearts 1 covered it. But it was way too much time, because the first prequel was Birth by Sleep, and that took place 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1. But like a bunch of characters, Disney characters featured in 1, 10 years before that would be way too early.
Yeah.
So they basically had to say that all of the worlds run on their own time axis.
I'm okay with that.
And basically it's the speed of whatever's most convenient for the Disney stuff to line up.
Because honestly, if you're going to transcend space, you're probably going to also need to transcend time, too, with a series like this.
Alright, ring the bell 3 times.
Yeah, excuse me. I like that effect.
Yeah.
It's weird. That bell sounds like not a MIDI, but something. Oh.
It doesn't sound very metallic. Hey, so Traverse Town isn't exempt from the rule that every world has a keyhole. Every world has a heart.
Reminds me of Sonic X Season 3 when they're like, oh, somebody's stealing the heart of the worlds and we're gonna go on a big space adventure. And I was like, this is not it, Chief.
Hey, it's this guy again.
Is this the other coloration or no?
No, this is the final mix coloration.
Okay.
The one in the original game was like purple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. So for right now, this is just a rematch against him. But
wow, that was fast.
Fight just a little bit, and then we get to the actual fight. It's Mr. McGregor with an arm for a leg and a leg for an arm, or that's the other way around.
It was, but that's still really funny. It's kind of a cool design that they were able to turn the arms into feet and the feet into, well, no, the hands into feet and the feet into hands.
Yeah, so this is the opposite armor. And even though it is, you know, like the legs for hands and hands for legs, it very rarely takes on just a humanoid shape. Usually the parts just loosely float around.
Right. I have a memory of this thing walking around quadrupedal, but I think that's a false memory.
Yeah, it's the part's very free-flowing in this form.
If there's one mod I would love, it's to have the HP scan from the very beginning.
Yes, that is... I've talked about that mod that I want to use at some point. That does make it so that scan is one of the first abilities that you get.
Which would be nice, because I always hate games that don't give it to you right away, so you can never track the health of a boss you wouldn't have fought yet. Wind Waker has that problem.
Yeah, they had many ideas about Kingdom Hearts 1. You know, they wanted, like... They're like, well, yeah, all of the abilities are going to be in the level up chart. And then they realized, you know, some of them we really shouldn't be locking away.
Yeah.
And in Kingdom Hearts 2, the scan is still not something that you get at the beginning, but you get it at a predetermined early point.
Okay.
And then from pretty much from 2 onwards, they're like, it's like the first ability that you get as part of the tutorial. Like there might be a minute or 2 where you don't have it, or there you have it immediately.
Huh, you didn't get any tech points for that. Or did you?
I think you only get like tech points if you successfully reflect it back at him.
Okay.
I'm mostly just doing this to prevent from taking damage.
It doesn't even look like it's going anywhere after you block it. It's like you're absorbing the shot.
It does bounce back a little bit, but it just isn't doing any damage, which is kind of bullcrap. I think it should hurt him. Ooh, and I just got... Goofy just learned Goofy Tornado, which in the original game was just called Tornado, but in every later game, Donald and Goofy's attacks always have their name in front of them, so I changed it to Goofy Tornado.
Nice. Ooh,
Hey,
arrow.
we got Arrow, which does not work like this at all in any other game.
Yeah, I discovered that, and I'm very annoyed because it seems to do, like, stacking damage, or I can't really understand the spell.
In this game, Arrow is a defensive spell. It reduces the amount of damage that you take for as long as the air shield is around you. But
FF14, it's like kind of a damaging spell. It's weird.
Later tiers in this game also can damage enemies that are touching the shield and can automatically reflect projectiles, which is great.
If we ever get to 2, there's that cool exploit with Genie that I wanted to talk about that like turns what shouldn't be that good of a scenario into like ridiculous damage output or something. I'll have to go look at the YouTube video. It's been a while.
Yeah, and in later games, Arrow more becomes like a poor man's thunder. Yeah, I think that one right there, the Comet G, was another one that was just a pain to try to get to consistently display a forward slash.
Johnny Test looks worse with every year. No, gosh, that's an insult. Nah.
Yeah, so in order to go to the next worlds, we need to have Navi Gummi installed.
Oh, that's right. Wait, so we have to go find another Navi?
I'm trying to remember if I already have it and he's just like, I just need to talk to him again, or if I need to grab it from somewhere.
Level 2.
So this increases the amount of blocks that we can put onto our ship, as well as increase the size of the building area that we have.
Oh, nice.
So haste G there, that's the booster.
Nice. I've found
But
it doesn't
I'm
really
not buying
get
it
you
yet.
there faster. It's kind of like a Star Fox boost.
It kind of does get you there faster, actually.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
Yeah, the Gummi routes are, like, strictly defined. It's not random obstacles that pop up. If you go on the same Gummi route in the opposite direction, you'll see everything happening in the opposite order from the other direction.
I wouldn't mind seeing them do a open space Gummi thing. They'd have to, or like Gummi segment where it's like you're actually flying through a 3D area that's the whole map, but you would have to find ways to like not go where you're not supposed to yet. I'm sure they could figure it out, but
You just described what they had originally wanted to do for Kingdom Hearts 1 and what they did do in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's what I meant by 3 being a lot closer to what they had wanted to do for this game. But yeah, it is full 3D explorable in 3.
I could see why they would run into problems because it's a PS2.
Yeah, and I mean, there is still room to improve with what Kingdom Hearts 3 did. They gave it their best shot, and there are a lot of things to like about it, but it needs some refining. And I didn't notice that I already have Goofy, Rocket, and Charge, so that whole thing of Goofy's moves having their names changed has already happened. Oh, and she changed position.
Oh. Crazy.
Oh, hey, look.
What?
It's Pinocchio.
Oh!
Well, as I live and breathe, if it isn't Pinocchio.
So-
Sid was just going to throw him in the fire. No, gosh.
So it might have been a bit better to do this later on, which is where the theater mode puts it, but I kind of like doing it here.
I just don't believe it. And here I was, up all night just worried sick.
I think this is a missable scene, like you don't have to get this.
I don't think I ever did. Like,
Yeah,
did
you
his
just sort of
nose
come
grow?
across Pinocchio here in the accessory shop. So, interesting trivia here. So Pinocchio is voiced by Seth Adkins, who is reprising his role as Pinocchio, but not from an animated Disney production. He is reprising his role from the live-action Disney Pinocchio titled Geppetto.
I need to see that. I feel like I saw like 5 minutes of it as a kid, and it felt like a fever dream.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and infamously, it starred Drew Carey as Geppetto, which the cast of Whose Line Is It Anyway would never let him forget.
That explains a lot of inside jokes. So when he tells the truth, his nose goes back to normal. Okay.
Apparently, that's something that is often forgotten because it's like, oh, he lies, he gets longer, and then I'm thinking of like in Shrek, you know.
Oh yeah.
They never show it going back down.
That's true. I always just assumed that like he just chopped it off to get it back to its original length. Which means you could theoretically have infinite wood from Pinocchio.
Infinite wood. I guess I kind of just assumed that it would shrink back down naturally over time.
Yeah.
You just had to deal with it until then.
But him telling the truth to shrink it, I do like that. Because I can only think of, in the movie, him having the fairy help him out is when it shrunk.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I did watch the movie a little while ago. Because I wanted to watch a bunch of the Disney movies that were featured in Kingdom Hearts, but I don't specifically remember how the nose shrinking worked in the film. I just remember that the water in the Monstro segment looked like it was horrendous to have to animate back in the day.
Special effects department.
All right, so here's Arrow.
Nice. That recent Pinocchio movie, I could only describe it as Spy Kids graphics derogatory.
Wasn't that movie like only the third best Pinocchio adaptation that year?
I'm amazed if it got that high. There were like 5 Pinocchio movies that year or something. It was ridiculous.
But it was almost certainly the worst of the
lot.
lot.
Absolutely.
I mean, I didn't see any of them, but Disney continuing to hit it out of the park with all of those movies that they make.
Desecrate your legacy. Oh, that's cool. I like the little pink guy. That's neat. It's weird.
Yep,
just
so here's the spray.
The CG. I can't think of the word. The frame rate of the moving is what looks so weird. It's like 60 FPS, I think, is how it looks.
All right, so here's our new and improved ship. So, it kind of sucks with the Gummi blocks that the higher tier ones have this pattern that you can't remove from them. So you're if you want solid colors, you're incentivized to not paint them. But anyways, we can talk about that next time.